This video is about diffusion. So what is diffusion? In order to understand diffusion, you have to know a little something about molecules. There are three basic states of matter. Let's see if you can remember what those three basic states of matter are. If you thought that there are solids, liquids, and gases, you're absolutely correct. So what you need to understand about those three states of matter is that the molecules are moving in those substances that are in those states. For example, as a solid, let's look at ice, solid water. Although you can't see any movement at a molecular level, the water molecules are actually moving just a little bit. They're not moving much, which is why it holds its shape, as you see in ice cubes. If we add some temperature, a little more heat, some energy to that solid ice, it will melt and become a liquid water. There's actually a little more molecular movement, which would explain why water, when you pour it into some kind of a container, like a bowl or a cup, it fills in that shape and takes the shape of that container. If we add a little bit more energy in the form of heat, that water will boil and will change into a gas. Now, when a substance reaches a gas point, there is a lot of molecular movement. Those molecules are moving around quite a bit. In fact, they have enough energy to actually escape from the surface, as you see when water boils in the form of steam, which is water vapor, a gas. So basically, molecules are always moving, especially when they're in a liquid or a gaseous state. That allows them to move around into cells, around cells, and within the environment and the atmosphere. So once again, I'll ask that same question: what is diffusion? Well, diffusion is the movement of molecules from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. So basically that means that molecules will go from a place where there's a lot of them to a place where there's not so many. If you look at this diagram, you will see on the left that these blue molecules are very tightly packed and there's a lot of them in one place. Look on the right, there's not as many of those blue molecules. So what will happen to the molecules that are at a higher concentration? Once again, we have a higher concentration, more molecules on the left side than on the right side. So I want you to think, what will happen to those molecules? If you said they're going to move to a lower concentration, you are absolutely correct. And you'll see that they have reached kind of an even mixture. That point is known as equilibrium. Now if you think about the word equilibrium, you actually hear the word equal right in the word. And that's exactly what equilibrium means. Equilibrium means that all of those molecules are now evenly mixed or spread out. So now that we're at equilibrium, what does that mean? Well, does that mean that they're going to stop moving completely? Absolutely not. The molecules will keep moving, but they do remain evenly mixed. So what are some examples of diffusion? I want you to take a deep breath and think about it. Now, while you're taking that deep breath, you're actually engaging in the process of diffusion. As you breathe in, the oxygen molecules that are inside of your lungs are at a higher concentration than the ones that are inside of your bloodstream. So they move from higher concentration to lower concentration into your bloodstream, which allows you to, well, stay alive. Another example would be plants. So plants need to take in carbon dioxide and give off oxygen. They're able to do that because they have stomata, little tiny holes in the undersides of their leaves. When the concentration of carbon dioxide molecules is higher outside of the leaf than inside of the leaf, those carbon dioxide molecules will move from high concentration to lower concentration into the leaf, which allows for photosynthesis to occur. So that's all I have to say about diffusion for now. So I hope that this presentation on diffusion is not a big point of confusion. Thank you.